Hey YouTube, it's ICU and welcome to the 128th episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors. Alright, now to start off before we begin, I just want to say that I'm going to discuss a couple of things related to giveaways more toward the end of this video, so just be sure to stick around for that. Now, while there has been a lot of news related to Apple and jailbreaking this week, I wanted to start off by talking about Google's Project Glass. Now, for those of you that don't know, Project Glass is something that Google's been developing for quite some time now, and last year, to the date, I actually posted my first article on Best Tech Info related to Google Project Glass. But that's not really what we're focused on in today's episode. Recently, Google posted a video of individuals wearing their Google glasses and how it looks from there and how it looks to experience Project Glass firsthand. And let me just say, it's absolutely awesome. If you guys haven't seen the video yet, I'll have a link to a post on my website that contains the video down below in the more info. Just be sure to check it out. And glass is something that's much more than just a futuristic concept. It will allow the wearer to do things like take pictures and videos simply by saying commands to the glasses, and will also be able to do things like give real-time directions, look up images, and much more. Now, as of now, Google is accepting applications for glass from individuals who apply either on Twitter or Google+. An application must be 50 words or less and include the tag "if I had glass." And of course, because this is something interesting, I sent out a tweet. So here's the deal I'm going to make with you guys. If I am chosen to be one of the first to receive Google Glass, then I will give away a brand new unlocked iPhone 5 or the equivalent of an unlocked iPhone 5. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to give away yet. However, it will be around that price range. So if you guys have any suggestions that you'd like to see me give away, then just be sure to leave them in the comment section. Of course, in order for me to hold that giveaway though, I'll have to be chosen. And if you guys want to improve my chances of winning, which of course in turn will improve the chances of me holding the giveaway, then just be sure to retweet my tweet. So I'll have a link to my tweet down below in the more info. I'll also have a link to a post that contains my tweet embedded in the more info, so it'll be really easy to find, and again, all you have to do is just retweet it. And if you're one of the lucky few who will be chosen, you'll have to show up in either Los Angeles, San Francisco, or New York City to pick yours up with $1,500. Yes, that's right. If you are chosen, you have to pay the steep price of $1,500 to get your hands on Google Glass. And also, along the same lines, it was discovered by The Verge, who has given a personal demo of Google Glass, that the device actually tethers to a smartphone and uses its mobile data connection for on-the-go use. And it not only works with Android, but it also works with iPhones. Alright, and that's enough of glass for now. The other day, on February 19th, Apple released iOS 6.1.2 to the public. And while it was expected that 6.1.2 would patch the iOS lock screen security issue that allows users to bypass the lock screen code and directly access the phone log, 6.1.2 only really patches an Exchange bug. So, because Apple gave priority to correcting that issue, they didn't patch the exploits utilized by Evasion to achieve an untethered iOS 6 jailbreak. So of course, the evaders did update Evasion to version 1.4 to include support for 6.1.2, and needless to say, I created an in-depth jailbreak tutorial. So if you guys are on 6.1.2 now, or maybe you want to update to 6.1.2 and then jailbreak, just be sure to check out my video. I'll have it linked to down below, as well as its corresponding written tutorial. And yesterday, just 2 days after Apple released 6.1.2 to the public, they issued iOS 6.1.3 Beta 2 to developers. And no, developers didn't miss 6.1.3 Beta 1. The first beta was actually 6.1.1 Beta 1 that was released the other week. And because the final release of 6.1.1 was exclusive to the iPhone 4S and just fixed a bug related to battery drain over 3G, and also because Apple released 6.1.2 to fix an Exchange bug, they escalated the beta of 6.1.1 to 6.1.3. And like the previous 6.1.1 Beta 1 firmware, iOS 6.1.3 includes the same revisions and additions to the Apple Maps app for Japanese users. However, it also corrects the lock screen passcode issue I mentioned earlier. And it's likely that if 6.1.3 follows after 6.1.1 and 6.1.2, then it won't patch the exploits used by Evasion for the untethered jailbreak. It seems that recently Apple has been more focused on correcting issues with iOS and improving iOS in general than patching the jailbreak exploits. After all, of course, when an untethered jailbreak is available to the public, it makes sense that Apple sells more iOS-based devices. And last, for Apple News, they published 2 new iPad commercials. So I'll have a link to a post on my website down below that has both of the ads embedded, and I'm curious to see what you guys think. Just let me know, did you guys like the new set of commercials? And finally, in a press conference the other night, after months of rumors and years of anticipation, Sony finally revealed official information pertaining to their next generation gaming console, the PlayStation 4. And the article that I have linked to down below contains all of the details, but really quick, just to summarize, the console will have an 8-core processor, 8GB of RAM, a new redesigned DualShock 4 controller that's more rounded with a slightly rubberized finish that has a share button, a touchpad similar to the touchpad on the back of the Sony PlayStation Vita, and a light bar indicator that's not only used to help differentiate between controllers, but also to track the controller in 3D space with the new upcoming PS4i, which is essentially a stereo camera peripheral that will be similar to Microsoft's Kinect, but entirely different at the same time and hopefully much improved. And while Sony didn't actually show any images of the console or announce official release date or even a price, they said that gamers can expect the PlayStation 4 during this year's holiday season. Alright, now before we conclude, I just want to mention a project that I'm going to be working on in the coming days and possibly weeks. I'll just have to see when I get to it. I'm planning on building a custom Hackintosh computer. For those of you that don't know, a Hackintosh is generally a custom built computer with higher specifications than you'd be able to get through Apple that has OS X running on it thanks to something like Unibeast. And as for the specifications, I plan on building it with an Asus motherboard, an Intel Core i7 hexa-core 3930 processor at 3.2 GHz, 32GB of RAM, two 250GB solid-state drives, and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 670 graphics card. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I plan on donating the cost of the computer, which let me tell you right now, it's going to be a little over $2,000, to a charity. Now I have a few in mind, but I'm open to suggestions. So if you have any ideas, just be sure to leave them down below in the comment section. And if you come across someone else's charity suggestion that you like, just be sure to rate it up, and hopefully that way I'll be more likely to see it. Now as for the 2 Amazon $200 gift cards I gave away last week, the winners actually received their gift cards and they've used their codes. And as most of you know, the current $100 iTunes gift card giveaway I'm holding is still going on now. So if you want to enter to win, just be sure to rate this video up and leave a relevant comment down below in the comment section. It doesn't matter what your comment is, as long as it's relevant to this video, you'll be automatically entered. Alright, now that's it for this episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be notified every time I release new videos. And for the question of the day, let me know down below in the comment section or on Best Tech Info, what would you guys do if you had Google's Glass? And don't forget, to be updated more often, just be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and add me to one of your circles inside of Google+. And until next time, this is ICU, signing out.